terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. Kansas only. New customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. Please gamble responsibly. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me. I called ART.
Traffic.
Be aware of construction on I-135 northbound at Kellogg. The ramp to go westbound is closed, but it's not causing any problems right now. From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey Wichita traffic.
Weather.
Sunny, breezy, and a bit cooler today, but a high of 60 keeps us well above normal. Northeast winds 10 to 20 and gusty. Increasing clouds and 32 tonight. Back over to mainly sunny skies, breezy on Saturday, a high of 57. We're in the upper 60s on Sunday with sunshine. Monday, sunny and 72. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
Some people buy a $20 strawberry. Others listen to us for free. One of these choices is smart.
97.5 and 1240 KFH. Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH Wichita, KNSS HD2 Clearwater, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Hey Wichita, it's Jacob Albrock. Stay right there for the latest breaking in sports talk. It's Sports Daily coming up next exclusively on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Jim Rome here with your Rome Report. Seahawks quarterback Sam Darnold is not just one of the most compelling storylines this week in the Bay Area. His redemption story and transformation is one of the most amazing stories I've ever seen in the league. Left for dead and given up by virtually everybody, this dude never gave up on himself. You know how hard it is to believe in yourself when seemingly nobody else does? And once you're hit with a label, much less one as dirty as bust, it's virtually impossible to shake. Even to this day, folks continue to mock him for, quote, seeing ghosts while with the Jets. The other knuckleheads hit him with moronic questions like, is it a relief that you can't get mono twice? Yet Sam just wears it all, admitting, yes, there were times when it sucked, but because he came out the other end, he's better for it all. It's true. Sometimes the only way out is straight through. Stop wrapping us SoCals for being soft and laid back. This dude is a dog. His teammates and coaches love him, and no, we don't need to wait to see what happens on Sunday. You need to put some respect on this man right now. I'm Jim Rome.
There is no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than Prize Picks. Just pick 2 to 6 players, pick more or less on their stat projections, and submit your lineup to play. Download the Prize Picks app right now. Use my code ROME and get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROME on Prize Picks to get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get the $50 credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensate for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
I feel wicked, awful, bad, awesome, sucky. I absolutely cannot face this. Wait a minute. It's Friday. I forgot. It's Friday. It's Friday. What you do?
Today is Friday.
You've waited all week. You've been waiting. Monday, you got through it Tuesday, you got through it Wednesday, you started to smell it Thursday, you were right on top of it, and now it's here! It's Friday! It's time to rock and roll!
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH, this is Sports Daily.
And thank you, Max, for the new Friday intro. Appreciate that. Max bringing that on us here this morning. And listen, now's the best time. That's how I feel about the weather this weekend. That captures the energy pretty perfectly. Bring it on, Mother Nature. Bring the wind on. We don't even care. Just blow in some warmer air. Yesterday was awesome. Golfers rejoice. Get out there. And enjoy it this weekend. You'll have to work around a pretty big football game to do it. Man, have we earned this Friday. I know it's not the end of winter. I know we're going to get slapped in the face again here at some point. But can it just not last for
It's crazy.
3 weeks?
It's so wild looking at that 10-day and not seeing a number in the 30s in the highs. Oh,
let's go.
I got the tea time scheduled tomorrow morning. We're doing it. Texted my buddies and said, "Hey, we're going 8:45." I said, it's actually going to be like 35 degrees when we're teeing off. I don't think that's going to be very nice. It was 12 last week, buddy. Let's buck up and play some golf.
I feel a little attacked there. Because I've been looking and I'm like, yeah, 35 at 9:30. That ain't it for me.
Jacob's not a golf enjoyer. Jacob's a fair weather enjoyer.
I am a fair weather golfer. That would be correct. I like to golf in the fair weather. Yes, that's right. Not a fairway golfer. Let's not get too confused here, but a fair weather golfer. Yes. Welcome in everybody to a Friday edition of Sports Daily. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland here with you. We are getting you ready for the Super Bowl on Sunday, and we will make some picks. The full crew is in. They're going to have some props for us. We'll pick the over-under. We'll pick the spread, of course. And then everybody else is bringing a prop to the table for us to pick to finish it out. We've got final standings. This is it. This is the finale. I know you've all been waiting at home anxiously to see how this contest, this very serious, super important contest has gone all year. So we'll have
that has been going on for how many months now? September, October, November, December, January, February.
We're there, baby. We're there. We're gonna make it happen.
Full-time job making picks.
It's also a college basketball weekend that will get you ready for. Probably not as sexy as last college basketball weekend we had, but a weekend where you look at it for the two teams we have that are still competitive right now and say, don't screw this up this weekend. Don't screw it up. All right. Do what you're supposed to do. But we'll have all that for you. Your calls at 869-1240. Your comments on the video stream. It's all here for you. Thanks for watching us on 12 News Connected. Thanks for listening on KFH and on the Odyssey app. You can also find us Facebook, YouTube, X, all kinds of different ways to consume us, all kinds of different ways to get in touch with the show. We appreciate it all, no matter how you're listening. And it's all What's on Tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, now featuring the Coca Dolce Dubai Chocolate Porter at all 3 WBC locations. Treat yourself and your sweetie to this special seasonal brew, Coca Dolce Dubai Chocolate Porter infused with Coca Dolce chocolate. Available now at WBC Pizza and Beer made here. I'm ready. I'm ready for the Super Bowl. I'm ready for the game. I'm ready to get this thing underway and just play it and close the book on this NFL season.
Was talking to producer Brady at work, or reporter Brady now, I guess. Big Patriots fan. He was talking to me yesterday about like this is like the worst week in football, especially if your team is playing, because he's a Patriots fan and he's learning about. Well, he's not learning. He's done it 10 times in his life, but the lead up of just sitting here and just like getting antagonized of just, there's a football game on Sunday. There's a football game on Sunday. We're all talking about this. We're all talking about that. And you break down all the different angles. And I predict it's going to go this way. And I predict it. And he's like, nobody knows. Like everybody's just blowing smoke. I said, Brady, imagine covering the team that's doing that. It's literally all you do for 2 weeks. By the time you get to this Friday, you're brain dead thinking about the Super Bowl. And then it's finally like, oh, there's a football game on. How about that?
Yeah, let's just get to the game. I'm exactly. With it. And it should be an interesting one, nonetheless, between the Patriots and the Seahawks. I love that we're calling it a rematch. It is, but nothing is the same. None of the coaches, none of the players, literally nothing is the same as the last time we saw these two teams play in the Super Bowl. That led to a pretty good game, a pretty entertaining game. Hope we get the same thing this weekend, but we'll dig into all of it. We'll talk about some of the basketball this weekend as well on the show. A couple other things that are kind of on the mind today. I think Greg Sankey's resistance to Alabama bringing in a former professional player is pretty noteworthy to some of the other things that we've been talking about. So we'll dig into that just a little bit as we make our way through the show. That's the big one for me, TJ. I think that's a really interesting story. Tarek Skubal won his arbitration case. I don't know how interesting I think that is, but the Tigers get that settled up. Framber Valdez, they signed yesterday. Where do the Royals stack in right now in the AL Central? I want to say we're done with the offseason, but we still keep seeing significant moves being made. So I don't want to totally say we're done with the offseason. Where do the Royals stack up in that AL Central this year?
I mean, you'd have to think that they're the second best team, right? I think the Tigers, I think that if the Skubal thing would have fell through for some reason.
Like they got him traded, which was the rumor.
Then there may be a chance you could say that is the Royals, but I think that like they're too deep in what they do well. Like they're such a contender, but I don't think the Royals are that far back. Like I think that the margin of difference between them is not that much. Like the Royals did a lot of stuff the past 2 years. They
are the second. I wondered, and I just pulled this up, if they would be ahead of Cleveland. They are. They are the second odds-on favorite to win the AL Central. For those, the win total right now for the Royals is set at 82.5. So listen, Vegas was not in on the Royals last year. Vegas is in on the Royals this year. So we're going to look at that and just sort of take a look with the Tigers now making another big run. The Royals sit right now for the World Series as 33-1. 33-1. Where are we feeling with that, Royals fans? So we'll talk about all that. We've got these other stories, college basketball, and of course, we're going to talk a ton of Super Bowl and make some picks in the second hour. Speaking of the big game, how about a big game watch party package? This will be available to you. Text the keyword game to the number 20357 for some an opportunity for some Hog Wild barbecue and a Samsung 65-inch TV. Message and data rates apply. Good luck, everybody, the big game contest. All right. We've got all kinds of stuff for you today. We're going to get you some HTO given away. We are going to talk about these things. When we come back, let's talk about this Sankey news, plus headlines I've missed from TJ. I took 2 away between Sankey and the Tarek Skubal. I took 2 away from you. So you're going to have to work harder today to find the headlines that I probably missed. But we'll talk about it. Greg Sankey, he's not siding with Alabama on this one. It's interesting. Is it trouble in paradise in the SEC? We'll have that conversation next on Sports Daily.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
31001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea.
With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Sports Daily is on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody, to Sports Daily. Glad to be here with you, Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland, on a Friday. A great Friday. Friday before the Super Bowl. Friday before we get some great weather. Glad to have it here. Glad to have you guys here with us as well. Thanks to Prairie Fire Coffee for keeping us fueled up on this Friday, helping us power over the finish line for things. All right, TJ. So the news yesterday, this story of Alabama and Charles Bediako trying to come back into college basketball has been floating out there for a while. Bediako, correct me if I'm wrong, has signed a two-way deal. Has he played in the NBA, TJ?
Not in the NBA, just the G League.
So he just had the two-way deal, but never made it up.
I don't even know if he's on a two-way deal. I don't even know if that's correct. The biggest story about this
he
one.
signed a two-way deal with the Spurs.
Okay, then sure. Then the biggest story about this one, though, that everybody's making the big argument about is, well, I guess there is the two-way argument about it, but never playing in the NBA. That's what, other guys have done as well. The big part about this one is the fact that he played in college, declared for the draft, didn't get drafted, and then came back to college. And that's the biggest part of this, is the fact of
on his side that he wasn't drafted.
All the other guys, no, not that. All the other guys didn't play college basketball before coming from the pros. All the other G League guys didn't play college basketball. Like Najee at Baylor that got drafted. He came from France, I believe. And he didn't play college basketball. He played at Alabama, said, I'm waiving the rest of my eligibility and I'm going pro. And then now saying, no, I'm going to come back. That eligibility I waived, I don't want to waive that anymore.
different problem, same family of problems.
Yes.
We've got like, and so you've got a different situation then happening here. Greg Sankey yesterday, basically in an affidavit on a court ruling, and I guess this is the court ruling for Bediako, Sankey went against him. The NCAA trying to go against him. Sankey, we know, is maybe the biggest needle mover in college athletics. He said, I respectfully ask the court to uphold the NCAA eligibility rules challenged in this case, which are essential to the integrity of college sports, to the educational mission they serve, and to the opportunities they provide for current and future student athletes. I don't know that anybody's totally buying in on, the education and all that, because these guys are trying to be pro athletes. They're trying to get an education in that. But the future student athletes is the part, TJ, where I think that's the case you've got to make. Like him doing this does hurt the future student athlete. Once you decide you're going, that's it. Like you've gone now. And to bounce back and forth is a can of worms that I don't even know that I'm fully ready to comprehend, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, like that I was talking to you about this in the office yesterday. Like it's such a slippery slope of where they are with this stuff, because, this is just the tip of the iceberg, basically. And like, if this can happen, then this is the example. I listened to the Reese Davis's College Game Day podcast, and they brought up the hypothetical of like, if this is okay to do, then every college basketball player at the end of every season should declare for the draft, regardless of if you are even a prospect. Just declare for the draft, see what happens, then just come back the next year, because it doesn't matter anymore. But that's been a thing for a few years. But like, then what happens if you're playing college basketball, you're playing really good in the non-conference, and the Lakers are like, well, he declared for the draft last year, he's free agent eligible, let's pick him up. Like, then it gets to the other side of this slippery slope as well. And then it gets to the point where, you can go poach somebody sitting on the Lakers bench. Like, oh, he had 40 last night, but he's not going to be a consistent, contributor. Bring him to Alabama. We'll play him.
Yeah, you can't have nice things. And this is, I suppose it's inevitable, right? Like you get to the point where we're starting to do some of the right things by the athletes, and then you get the chaos of the portal, and you get bad actors, and you get this kind of thing. Like, we just can't have nice things. Like, we get to a point where it's better, and then everybody takes advantage of it. And you're just like, all right, come on here. And I think that's probably where Sankey is. Like, what are we doing here? Like, we're really going to let guys go back and forth now to professional leagues? Like, and the problem and the challenge, that's why this is a fascinating court case. I don't know where this lands. I don't know how this ends up. This isn't the same thing as a player playing for a school under the NCAA rules, right, and being compensated for it. There are still NCAA rules. There's still a governing body. And if the NCAA determines, like, that's not eligibility, but, the issue I see is they're losing the battles on transfers. And you'd think they'd be able to set those rules up too, but they're losing those court battles. So I don't know how this goes. But I will also tell you, like, if this goes the wrong way and we start to see this level of dysfunction, you're going to see lawmakers finally just wake up and be like, all right, fine. Like, we're going to have to do something here, because that's not good for anybody. Like, him coming, I can't even believe these schools are willing to do this. Like, who's this good for?
Nate Oates. That was the thing that they talked about, is that, like, this is like, that it's not illegal, but it's like teeter in the gray area real hard, or it's firmly in the gray area, honestly. And it's like, but if Nate Oates doesn't do it, like, who's to say that, Scott Drew won't? Scott Drew brought the guy from Baylor. If Scott Drew doesn't do it, who's to think that BYU won't? They brought a guy from the G League as well. They were the first ones to do it. Like, it's their job.
They're all desperate for wins. I mean, Jerome Tang, who has basically.
You don't think if Jerome Tang could add a player to make? Yes, 100%. Like, and it's such a bad situation. Like, it's literally challenging the integrity of college athletics. And then I think that part goes hand in hand with the extra eligibility stuff that's going on, which I want to talk about, by the way, with Melvin Council. That's a story now. But like, why not just keep on suing? Like, if this is a profession now and everybody keeps calling it a professional league, like, who are you to tell me that I can't make a living? Like, there has to be, and the root of it all.
That Sankey statement is really interesting.
Yes,
because
and it's the thing that I've been talking about forever is that what does all this mean for the 4-star 16-year-old right now that wants to go play quarterback in college? He's going to, by the time he's ready to graduate, there's not going to be any spots for him because they're all filled by 25-year-olds that don't want to go be on a practice squad in the NFL.
Again, it's been taken too far. For a little while, the answer for that kid was you can go to junior college, you can go to Division II, you can go to FCS, and then you can transfer in. It's different, but you eventually get to the same goal, right? But not if you're extending out eligibility for everybody. That's a problem. And that's where Sankey's coming from. Like, at some point, when you're done with college, you got to be done with college. Yes. And whether or not they're winning these court battles, they aren't yet. Like, they're losing a lot of them. And again, the NCAA's power in basketball is to just say, "Yep, you're not eligible to play in our tournament." Like, the court can't. I don't think the court can do anything about that. And because that's a punishment to the team. Like, okay, fine, you want to sign this guy from the G League? Great, you do whatever you want. You're not playing in the tournament. You're not eligible. Like, you don't get to come play in the tournament if you do that. And that's they're going to need to do that immediately. That needs to start like right this second. If they can hold it up. And I'm sure everybody's just sort of waiting on this particular case to see it. But at some point, if we all don't like if there's universal disdain for this, and again, you always got to kind of who's benefiting the most when these things happen, right? But if everybody's in agreement, like, yeah, we can't do that. We have law, like, it doesn't make any sense to me why this is taking so long. Like, there are political footballs all over the place for politicians to jump on to try to get attention or whatever. We have nonstop coverage of where people can go to the bathroom. Like, we can't get somebody to come together and say, you know what? Everybody loves college sports. Nobody likes what's happening right now. Why don't we figure that out real quick? Like, where is the energy for that? And maybe an outrageous case like this is the energy that it needs. Because if it's not the transfer portal, if it's not Dabo Sweeney's, 10-minute tirade on how that all went down, like, if it's not any of that, it's going to have to be something. Lawmakers make laws. You're going to have to make a law.
It is, but like, it's such a weird, and I've listened to so much stuff about this. It's such a weird thing because the NCAA, I think it's because it's like technically not like an LLC. That means that it isn't really a governing body in itself, and it's all state institution based, and that's why we're able to get all these regional courts that make decisions over or under the table or pull the rug out from the NCAA, I guess is the best way to put that. But you're right, like, that's the thing that they have the power to do. Like, do you think about the NFL? Like, no NFL players ever sue and say, like, this is crap. Well, I'm sure they do, but like, this is crap that you're not letting me do this. Like Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice gets suspended 6 games. Rashee Rice didn't go to the courts and sue the NFL because guess what the NFL can do? They're like, you don't have to play at all. We could just.
But it's different because those rules are set up and collectively bargained.
It's true. There's a collective bargaining agreement. And that's the hard part of NCAA sports right now. But the one thing that they can do is decide who gets to play in the postseason that the NCAA owns and
the postseason. Yes, but they're losing the general eligibility battles. That, like, they're losing those, and that's
they need to come out and just make a rule, and it's going to probably take lawmaker help.
It's got to be a law. I want to keep saying the NCAA just needs to say you can't do this anymore, but they lose every court battle. They like everyone, and they lose them all.
It needs to be I think it's more so. It needs to be a federal thing to come down, but to not let the regional courts decide this. Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. And it never has.
I wish I was more knowledgeable on which courts take up which cases. I'm not, but what I can tell you is that the courts are following what they feel like is the law. Like,
I know
how
they
do
are.
we interpret
I'm not.
and enforce the law?
It's not the court's fault, but it doesn't make any sense why it's
Federal
it's
lawmakers must
yes.
make the
Why
law.
why are regional and state lawmakers deciding cases regarding a team that plays a national sport? Is the thing that I'm saying. Like, that's the part that's always been just what. Like, do you remember the West? This all started with the West Virginia case 3 years ago. They got the dude from Montana State, and they said they couldn't play because he didn't have a runoff waiver, I believe is what it was. And the West Virginia court said, actually, that's crap. You can play. And then it turned into, remember, it was like Bijan Cortez. And it was like, wait. Bijan Cortez can play now, can't he? Like, that's the thing. And it just doesn't make any, like, why is the West Virginia court saying that? Why are they the ones that make that decision? And I understand it's, courts are, the whole point is due process and the judicial system. But, like, that needs to be a national thing. Like, that affects more than West Virginia.
It does. Well, and you're trying to have them play with universal rules. That was, you go all the way back before anything changed in the beginning conversations, like, or each state, when we were talking about compensation, each state's going to have different rules. So that puts the states that are more progressive with this in a huge advantage, the schools in those states. So then it was like, okay, well, we need some general rules federally on this. It's going to take that. And again, I don't want to say it's simple, but it's not that hard. You get everybody, you get the conference commissioners together, you sit in a room, you get a bipartisan committee. Washington loves committees. You get a bipartisan committee together. You put Tommy Tuberville, who's a former coach, in there with some people who are familiar with how, organized labor. You just get them all together. You sit them down and you say, all right, listen, everybody, I don't care what party, I don't care anything. We all love college football. Nobody in this room likes what we're seeing. What are some very simple guidelines we can put in place to keep this nonsense from happening? How many years of eligibility? Okay. How can that be extended? How can it not be extended? What is the situation with the transfer portal? Like, let's set these guidelines up, because we are seeing now future athletes disadvantaged, right, to the college experience or to the college opportunity because other people are taking advantage of the system. That's why we make a law. People are taking advantage of the system. Let's make a law to prevent that from happening. I don't know if there's anybody out there other than these coaches who are doing this, bringing these players in who are just desperate for wins. I don't know that anybody supports this.
No, I don't think so either. I think that it's pretty across the board, except for the fans of the team and the coaches and the players. Probably this was something interesting. I don't know if you saw this. Stephen Pearl, Bruce Pearl's son, head coach of Auburn, talked on his radio show or whatever it was. I don't know. I saw this out of context, but basically was talking about the Bediako situation and, the injunction that's about to happen. And he was like, it's such a wild situation. And he's like, the one thing that stinks about all this that nobody's talking about is what about Bediako? Like, it sounds like the courts are going to strike it down. Like, and if Greg Sankey doesn't like it, then he's not going to get to play. Like, that's where it all is looking like it's going to head. But, like, his point was, like, what happens to Charles Bediako? Like, that's the next big question, because this guy left the G League, came back, and then they're just going to pull the rug out from underneath him. Like, that
he can go right back to the G
I
League.
know. I don't know that question. I don't know if that happens or not. Like, if that's true or not.
If he doesn't go back to the G League, it's because he's not good enough to play in the G League. Like, that's not anybody else's problem.
It's true. But, like, it I don't know. Like, at that point, it's just kind of like, and I understand it's pretty spilled milk here, but, like, did Alabama think about that part of it? Like, they knew that this was
a thing. Nate Oates is trying to win a national championship. He does not care.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's just so many, wheels turning behind the scenes of this stuff.
But when there's universal agreement, it shouldn't be this hard. And there is universal agreement that some of these things shouldn't be the way that they are right now. This is a court case we're going to probably have to play out. But look, it is important that Greg Sankey is publicly not siding with Alabama on this. Like, that's important because he is a power player. He is the power player in college athletics right now. He's in charge of the most powerful conference. We know their influence on football. I think that it's time for guys like him to step up and say this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, nope, we can't do it. Brett Yormark should step up to the Baylor situation and say, absolutely not. This is stupid. Like, we're not doing this. Like, why are we doing this?
I agree. It's just so many different. It's like just strayed from every aspect that people, and you push back on the other part of this, of the eligibility thing, of like your pro JUCO years and stuff like that. I know, but like I'm like, nobody likes every aspect of college sports that people like, whether it be the games. The games haven't changed. The games are awesome,
right?
But like and you're not into this part, but like the recruiting side of it, like high school recruiting is such a big thing. Like it'll die. Like it will literally go away unless you're a 5-star. Look at K-State basketball. They have 2 guys on their roster that came from high school because there's no point in doing it. And that's just a smaller level in basketball. Imagine in football. Like if this keeps going on, like would you rather have a 19-year-old offensive lineman or a 25-year-old? Like you know the answer to that question. And so it's terrifying for what's going to happen to that part of it. And then you just think about like it's a money-making business for 40 teams maybe, and then it's just going to turn into a giant pit for the other 300. Like that's what's terrifying. And then like it's already a sport that's split down the middle in FBS and FCS. If this keeps going on, there's going to be another split again. Like there's going to be the mega league that everybody's always talked about. And then at that point, it's like, why am I watching K-State football if they don't even have a chance to win a national championship?
I'm not discounting all the problems, and I don't want players to play forever. I do think playing in junior college I'm fine with that, not counting against your eligibility. But I also, the sky is not totally falling. It's always been more financially viable for a player to go play football at Alabama than it has for a player to go play football at Troy. That's still the case, right?
I know.
But a lot of it,
Troy
we're
has
just
to
looking at it.
Yeah.
Well, let's continue it, and then we'll talk some Royals on the other side too. We'll finish up the conversation. Don't go away. We got more Sports Daily coming right up.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
31001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea.
With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
On KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody, to Sports Daily. Thanks to Crestview Country Club. It'll be hopping this weekend. Lots of golf, 36 holes. They'll be jam-packed. Everybody has got the cabin fever. I'm going to go catch a happy hour. Wife today, maybe have a little dinner. It's golf. It's festivities. It's all of it there at Crestview Country Club. Great pool. You can catch my wife at the tennis facility as much as she can get in there. It's all fun. Give them a call. Ask them about the different kinds of memberships that they have, because you get the best deal this time of year. We come back into Sports Daily. TJ will continue the conversation, kind of where we ended. I do push back on some of the eligibility stuff, not at the NCAA level. I don't want to see 26-year-olds playing college sports either, unless they didn't start playing until they were 22, right? Or those strange situations we've had. But I do also like the idea of junior college not counting against NCAA eligibility. I think that's more opportunities for young people is the reason for that. I think the more places you can let high schoolers go play, the better it's going to be. So those kinds of things I don't mind, but from pro to college, I don't support that at all. Like when you go, you're done. And it brings us to something you mentioned, back to extended eligibility. 6 years. We had this started with COVID, right? Do you remember what it was like trying to see what classification somebody was in that played time?
I played Division II. We had a guy that was on his 6th year because he had a red shirt and tore his ACL, and he was finishing up the year and was ready to go back home. And then they're like, "You get one more year of eligibility," and he's like, "Man, I'm in nursing school. Heck yeah, I'm staying. Let's finish this thing out." It was insane. And then we saw it for 4 or 5 years following it, basically, of these guys just saying "Oh, well, they're done. They played for 5 years." Nope. I got that one from 2020 back when I was 18 years old. I'm going to bank it in now. And it was and it hasn't stopped because of everything else that's been going on.
So Melvin Council, and I have not seen this, but you have. There is talk. He said something about still being here. Is that right?
So basically, this is going. It's because of Joey Aguilar, who's the Tennessee quarterback, and he basically played 2 years at a junior college. I think he might have played 3 years at a junior college because of something that happened then, and then it went to Appalachian State, and then ended up at Tennessee, and blah 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 blah. He's basically suing on the grounds of the Diego Pavia lawsuit. Who Diego Pavia did this first, and he said I feel like I should get another year because I played junior college football and I wasn't allowed to be compensated, basically, like I would be. You're allowed to be compensated. He wasn't compensated like he would be in Division I football. And they granted it. That's why everybody got the blanket waiver. And we saw all these people that played a year of junior college get an extra year. So Melvin Council, bringing it back here, played 2 years of junior college, then went to Wagner, then went to St. Bonaventure, then got the blanket waiver from Diego Pavia. Then he came to KU. This is his 5th year. Now, Joey Aguilar suing and saying that every year that you should play junior college should be able to get you that many years of Division I eligibility, basically. So Melvin Council played 2 years of junior college. If this would pass, he could potentially get a waiver as well, saying, I played 2 years of JUCO, I should get 2 years compensated of NCAA Division I basketball. So
essentially what it does is no matter what you did in junior college, when you step on the floor in the instant, you become a freshman.
Basically, that's what the lawsuit is. And so if it passes, Melvin Council could potentially do the same thing and say he wants to come back. So people have been kind of speculating of I think it kind of started in jest about man, Melvin Council is awesome. I wish he could get another year. And then it turned into Melvin Council could get another year, maybe. Yeah. If this happens, that could be a realistic thing. And so he was asked about it yesterday by Gary Bedore, and asked him basically, has he thought about it? Has he started doing any pursuing of that? And he said, I have not thought about it at all, but I know the conversations that are being had out there. If I were to get an extra year, I'd definitely come back to Kansas. It's awesome.
Yeah, look, this is one where I don't know where.
And now we haven't had a local tie to any of this. It's easy to sit back and say this sucks. Why is Diego Pavia doing this? Who cares about that?
But I don't. But see, I would imagine that there are more. If you took a poll and said, should junior college count against NCAA? I'm probably in the minority on this. But that's one where I kind of. Well, I don't kind of. I side I would say yes. Melvin Council could play a 4th year Division I, and I would be or NCAA, and I'd be okay with it. But I get it, right? That's 6 years.
That's the biggest thing that the Prince, and that's what I'm saying is that we could sit here and say all we want about the Charles Bediako situation. How would we feel if Jerome Tang got David McCormick to come back and play, or if Bill Self got David McCormick to come back?
Well,
that's what I'm saying. We haven't been faced with.
What is McCormick doing right now?
I don't know. I think he's playing overseas, or this is just an example.
That's playing professional. I think at the point of expiration on the eligibility, you're done. At the point of going professional, you're done.
Yes.
When does it start becomes the question. For Melvin Council.
Anyways, hypothetical situation there. My thought is, and I'm pretty against the principle of this because I get it, junior college is not NCAA and it shouldn't count, but at the end of the day, and I know this is coy of me, but dare I say college athletics is supposed to be about college. How many people go to college for 6 years besides doctors? What's the line in the movie? A lot of people go to college for 7 years. They're just doctors. At some point, the whole thing is designed for you to get a degree in 4 years and move on. And I know I'm playing coy and nobody cares about school and college athletics, but at the end of the day, it's called college athletics and they're still called student athletes. Why are we just saying let's keep paying these guys millions of dollars and take the opportunity away from people that would be working towards a degree? You saw the stuff about Carson Beck of I graduated 2 years ago. That's my thing.
The scholar, but is he taking a scholarship at that point? Does he even need a scholarship at that point? Look, I get it.
Not even that. He's taken the $1 million deal away that could go to a freshman.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're not wrong about that. But his eligibility the issues for him didn't come in junior college, right? I think I don't think we should loop junior college in with all the other, because I actually think junior college helps the recruiting game. I actually think it helps the high school athlete you're concerned about.
I mean,
It
they'd
gives
be
them a
better.
spot to go.
Yeah, they'd be better when they got up there. But at the end of the day, like the whole point of the NCAA is to coincide with universities, and universities' whole idea is to, like, the whole base model of universities is that they bring you in as you're an 18-year-old and they send you out to the world as a 22-year-old, and you should be kicking and ready to go. But shouldn't, I mean, it's, you know, the non-traditionals potentially, if you want to even say that, like, we're not taking you in as a 21-year-old and spitting you out as a 26-year-old. Like, they do, but like, that's not the whole idea.
I'm okay with whatever they decide, right? I'm not going to sit here and raise hell if they don't let junior college players keep eligible. Like, that to me is a little bit small potatoes to the bigger issues.
It's true.
As long as you know, the compensation piece remains on the table for me, but again, not because I love the way that that's turning out, but because I just fundamentally think it's the right thing to do. As long as that stays in place, like whatever the ground rules they come up with are, it's fine. Like and then we have them and we can go within them, right? Like
It
you just
needs to
get
be-
to
Yes.
get to the point where here's the way this works. Here's what you can do. Here's when you're eligible. Here's when you can transfer. Here's the penalties to transferring. You've got to get to that point. And will it take unionization? It could. It might. I'm not sure about that because there's not necessarily a college coaches union. There's not there are some, television news unions. Neither one of us is in one of those, yet we still work in the industry, right? You don't have to have a union to do this. So if that's what everybody's afraid of, okay. Like, just get us to
all they need to do.
So
all
we
they
know
need to do,
what the rules are.
on this particular subject. Like, all they have to do that I think would just make everybody happy is this is what Calipari brought up. I don't know if I told you about this. I love this idea so much. It's saying you get 5 years to play from the day you were slated to graduate high school, May 12th, whatever it is. You get 5 years to use your eligibility. If you're overseas, that is from whenever you would have 18-year-old. It's different overseas and everything like that. So I'm fine with that part of it, but we can't do the thing where we're bringing in a 22-year-old from overseas and calling him a freshman. That doesn't make any sense. It needs to be from the day you're slated to be a high school or to finish high school, you get 5 years to use your clock and 4 years of eligibility to do it. If you take a red shirt, you can play it out on that 5th year. But if you take a red shirt, get hurt, tear your ACL, get a hardship, like, I'm sorry, you had 5 years to do it. Like, and that's the rule that they need to do. And the NCAA is just too scared to put that into
They
place.
don't have any real teeth. How does your 5-year rule apply
Exactly.
to BYU?
I know that's the hard part of it as well, is that, that you'd have to figure that part out. Maybe it's
It'll never work.
Yeah.
That'll never work. I mean, it won't. You can say you have 5 years from the first time you step on, the first game that you play in, the first practice that you participated, but you can't do it at 18 years old. People have different, like they're doing different stuff.
I don't know.
The 5 year rule it's an interesting idea. You just can't hard timer it to graduate high school. You'd have to do it to when you, like, X triggers eligibility starting. Whatever that is. It's not going to be high school graduation.
I guess it could just be when you first enroll in classes. Because I guess
there you go.
I guess I don't have an issue with a 23-year-old that took some gap years, I guess, but like I have an issue with you graduating high school, going to France and playing 4 years, and then going to college.
Yes,
that can't happen.
I do too. No Chris Winkie slander here.
Yes.
It's. We got, how old was Winkie when he played?
27, I think.
Yeah, I think that's when he finished. Or what was the Oklahoma State quarterback that played baseball first? I can't think of his name. He's great. That was the year Oklahoma State got jobbed.
It's interesting. It's interesting bringing it back to KU now, because, like, I don't know anybody that
I actually think Council has a good case. I think Council has a good case.
I mean, if it's going to give it to Aguilar, then yeah, you have to do it if you're Counsell. Like, why wouldn't you?
I really don't. I'd be curious to know. Let us know in the video comments. Like, what are the thoughts out there on the junior college part? I'm fine with junior college not counting against NCAA eligibility. That one doesn't bother me at all.
I mean, my overarching thought I'll give you here about this whole situation, and what I always go back to is that when you're in college and you're talking to your buddies, and that you riffed at people who were going to school in their 6th year because they couldn't get it done in 4 or 5. They're like, oh, you're going back to school? Like, why aren't we treating the athletes like that?
Do you know what you call a med student who graduates with a D average?
A doctor.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Don't you forget it. To all the 6 years out there, you're doing fine. You'll get there. We're coming right back. We got headlines I missed. We're going to talk Super Bowl. We'll try to sneak in that Royals conversation. It's a lot of fun in another hour. Stick around.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea.
With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Sucky. I absolutely cannot face this. Wait a minute. It's Friday. I forgot. It's Friday. It's Friday. What do you do?
Today is Friday.
You've waited all week. You've been waiting. Monday, you got through it Tuesday, you got through it Wednesday, you started to smell it Thursday, you were right on top of it, and now it's here! It's Friday! It's time to rock and roll!
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH, this is Sports Daily.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. It is Sports Daily. It is Friday, as Max lets us know, this new Friday Open. I appreciate that, Max. Thanks for being with us here. You can join the program lots of different ways. You can call us at 869-1240. If you're listening to us right now on KFH, you can leave us video comments, Facebook, YouTube, X. Thanks for watching us on 12 News Connected. We're getting you through. We're getting you ready for the weekend. We're going to make some picks, including the Super Bowl. We're picking the game. We're picking the over-under. We're picking some props that are going to be sprung on us in surprise. I think everybody's got their favorite one that they're going to bring to the table for our picks. TJ will get us caught up on those standings in a little bit. So we've got a college basketball weekend to preview, and we'll try to get to some of this Royals stuff we were talking about. That may be a deeper dive next week, but we'll wrap our heads around it for just a little bit here. It's all coming what's on tap for you here on Sports Daily, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, now featuring chili for a limited time. Hearty Beef, no bean chili, perfect for lunch, and now available at all 3 WBC locations, East, West, and historic Delano. Wichita Brewing Company, pizza and beer made here. We also, TJ, have headlines that I missed right here in this segment. Max, hit it.
Pause for dramatic effect. Max, I can't read the headlines unless you play the open.
Max, we're going to go to the headlines that I missed.
All right, Sports Daily fans, let's take you to the sports headlines Jacob probably didn't see.
There it is. The headlines that Jacob probably did not see. I've got sparing headlines for you today, but I got a couple good ones. First of all, we will start continuing the conversation that we just had about the state of college athletics. Do you know the name Amari Bailey, Jacob?
Enlighten me.
Former UCLA basketball star, declared for the draft. I believe he got drafted. played games for the Charlotte Hornets, and he is attempting to be the first player to play in NBA basketball games to come back to college. He has legal counsel, and he's planning on suing everybody to play next season. That is not the headline. That has been known for about a week and a half, and it has stirred a bunch of stuff already. He has his first visit lined up at Grand Canyon University next Wednesday. He will be at their game on his official visit, and it brings forth the question of the not-for-profit colleges like Grand Canyon University, and Brian Roth, National College Basketball Writer for Basket Under Review, brings up the point that Amari Bailey is not the first struggling professional to go back to college at Grand Canyon University to get his online degree.
It's true. Look, he's just trying to. He's averaged 2 points a game, I think, in his time professionally. It's time to go try something else.
He wants it.
He's trying to get into IT like the rest of them. You know,
that's the one that's real. Yeah, I'm sure he's going back to college so he can really get his degree and focus on his future. That brings up the really interesting conversation of, are teams recruiting him because they want Amari Bailey, or are teams recruiting Amari Bailey because then that opens the floodgates that they can go get Ben McLemore to come back? You know what I mean? Like,
come on, wake up, Washington! Like, we're gonna have to. You're gonna have to step in here.
I know. Another headline that is not quite a headline quite yet. I'm about to put this out on social media, but listener exclusive here. Remember, we talked to Paul Mills on Monday about the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
I dug it up. I did the research. I went through every single season and found every time that Wichita State played on a Super Bowl. Paul Mills, as of Sunday, once the game happens, will have coached in the most Wichita State basketball games on a Super Bowl Sunday in Shocker history.
Wow.
His record. I told him wrong, actually. So if he's listening, I told Coach wrong on Wednesday night. He's 1-1. He lost to Florida Atlantic in Super Bowl 58. Then he beat South Florida on Super Bowl 59. Then this year they go to Tulane for Super Bowl 60. Prior to that, Isaac Brown got a win over SMU on Super Bowl 57 and a win over Temple on Super Bowl 55. Isaac Brown undefeated on Super Bowl Sunday, 2-0. Mark Turgeon got one done in 2002 as the Patriots beat the Rams on February 3rd, 2002. They beat Indiana State. And then prior to that, only one other game happened on January 31st before the season expanded. It was still in January. Randy Smithson lost on the road at Missouri State in a Missouri Valley battle as the Broncos beat the Falcons. So if you're wondering who to root for in the Super Bowl, if you're a Shocker fan, Wichita State has never lost on Super Bowl Sunday when the NFC has won.
Okay. So
even though the game is going to be before.
Well, but you can take it the other direction. So if the Shockers win, then you're betting AFC?
That's not as surefire of a bet. They've won when the AFC has won, but they've never lost when the NFC has won. I can say that.
Okay, yes. So if they win, you're betting NFC. Then.
Correct. Yes, that's what it is. If the Shockers win, then you need
play
to
first. So
yes.
If the Shockers play first, now they'll be heavy favorites, I think, even on the road at Tulane.
They should be.
So if you believe in this parallel that TJ has so eloquently laid out for us, then the bet is the Seahawks.
One more little wrinkle in this. They have played 6 times ever on Super Bowl Sunday, and 3 of them went to overtime. 1 went to double overtime. So,
hell yeah.
You want to sprinkle something on game will go to overtime. History tells you that you got a 50-50
the Shocker game goes to overtime.
Correct. I wonder how many of these NFL games went to overtime. Oh man, this is
I don't know if there's only been one, right?
The Chiefs did it last year or 2 years ago.
It was the only one.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, the Shockers went to overtime in that one, so there was a parallel. So anyway,
oh man,
that's your second headline. Third headline, I know that you've seen because we talked at length about it yesterday, but we got to bring it up. The Honkers are coming to Wichita.
Oh my goodness, it's just brilliant. It's brilliant. The Honkers.
Max, are you aware of this story? I need to talk to Max about this. Is a headline Max may have missed. Are you aware of the Honkers, Max?
Max?
No. What are the? Oh, I know Honkers.
Yeah. I know Honkers. Do you know the Wichita Honkers? We need to get Max an "I Love Wichita Honkers" T-shirt. That is the new alter ego, Max, of the Wichita Wind Surge. For 4 games this year, they will be the Wichita Honkers. Merch flying off the shelves, the talk nationally. This is what minor league baseball is
for those completely out of context here. A honker is a goose.
That's right.
So
a Canada goose, not a Canadian goose.
That's right. Not a Canadian goose.
I went on the air yesterday on TV and said Canadian geese, and a viewer was very quick to point out that it's
the American Canada goose.
There are Canadian Canada geese, and there are American Canada geese. So the Canada, not to be confused with Canadian whiskey, right? Canada
or Grey Goose, if you will.
Grey Goose, that's right.
Yeah, everything always goes back to the liquor store.
Or Canada Dry.
It's incredible. I saw it yesterday. I told people this at work. I was sitting at home and I was looking at my phone and I saw that pop up on Instagram and I was posting it out of saying this is the thing, and I had to sit there and triple check, and I'm like, this is the Wind Surge. The Wind Surge. This is not a joke. Like, this is the win. Okay. They're the Honkers. They're going to be the Honkers this year. 4 games.
I think they have that up on the big scoreboard if you go down.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. The logo is pretty cool. The merch is even cooler. You can get some cool stuff with that goose on it.
This is what minor league baseball is all about. They overthought it with Wind Surge from the very beginning, and it's fine. Like, it's grown on us. But turbo tubs, honkers, like. That's what we're bargaining for. When I go to a minor league baseball game, I saw the comments are, look, if you're having a bad day and you just need to lighten the mood, go look at the comments. I saw a guy asked who's going to call his kid's principal when his kid said he wants to go play with the Honkers. Like, lighten up, people.
It's taken being the professionals that we are. It has taken a lot of restraint, let me tell you. And it's not even restraint. It's not even the right word. Like, I find myself writing stories about this last night for the newscast and having to just retype it because of the phrasing.
It's what it's all about. That's what we bargained for. That's what we signed up for when we planted a beautiful stadium in downtown Wichita. Is hilarity, is silliness, is fun. It's minor league baseball, people. Let's have some fun.
For people that don't understand it, in 10 years, when somebody asks you who was playing on that field, not even 10 years, 10 days probably for the casual baseball fan, how many of you are going to be able to say, like, yeah, Kalen Culpepper and Walker Jenkins had a great game? Maybe less than 10%, but I guarantee you that 90% are going to be able to say, yeah, we saw the Honkers at the stadium.
That was the honker game. Yep, we were loving the Honkers. We were out there having fun.
Yeah.
So
alternate uniforms? So they haven't.
Yes, they're designed like geese. They're gray body, black wings. The hat's got you got to see the logo, Max. It's got like a bike horn for a mouth because it's a honker.
Yeah. It's fantastic. Well done, Wind Surge. I'm on board. I'm
glad. Let me tell you, I'm glad Paul Savage is not Mike Hott in this conversation. It would be a liability.
And Max, get that delay button ready. Savage will be out there in honker gear. You know it. All right. Speaking of, we're going to make some picks. When we come back, we'll have the gang in. Don't go away.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now. 831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea.
With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospitalized from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. It is Sports Daily here on KFH. Glad to be with you on the program today. We do have everybody in. Tommy is not with us yet. We'll see if he joins. If not, we'll get his picks. It is go time, boys and girls. This is it. This is the finale. This is what everybody, and I mean everybody, around town has been talking about, has been waiting for. It has been very difficult to delay this because of the public outcry of not having this segment last week and now into the finale. Can Paul Savage defend his, 12-time title in this thing? I mean, it's all on the table here. as we get word from Tommy that he's having to put a fire out. So Tommy won't join. So we'll have the 2 picks and then 3 props. So it'll be 5 total this week to get it done. TJ, 5 picks. Is there enough room to make this thing interesting down the stretch?
Oh, is there, Jacob? This is the finale that the fans of Sports Daily have been waiting for a decade, since Paul has just whooped up on everybody for the last decade. But the youth movement is rising, and the gray beard is going away. Last week's results, if you remember, not last week, 2 weeks ago's results, we picked Memphis, Wichita State basketball and KU K-State basketball on hypothetical lines. Neither of them were right. Then we picked the AFC and NFC championship games. So with that, Jacob goes 3-1. TJ goes 3-1. Tommy went 2-2. Paul went 1-3, and Brandon went 4-0 to make it a finale for the ages. TJ and Brandon are tied at 70 and 65. Jacob 1 game behind at 69 and 66. Paul at 63 and 72. I think Paul's officially out of it, unless we're starting to give him triple points here. Tommy's out of the race. Sorry, Tommy.
Here's what is on the line. If my math is correct, Paul is trying not to finish last. So look, Tommy's not here, so I think I'll make an executive decision. Whatever Paul picks, Tommy's going to take the opposite, just so that in case Paul goes 0-5 here, Tommy could bring it up, and Paul would be in last place. So that's going to be Tommy's picks.
Fair enough. That's it.
And that's how we'll do that. And then Brandon and TJ and I, look, 1 game, a 2-way tie at the top. Here we go. Let's do this. Max, let's make some picks.
Hey, sports bettors, ready for some picks destined to fail? It's time to hear what the Sports Daily staff thinks of the weekend games.
All right, weekend game is the Super Bowl. It is the Seahawks. It is the Patriots. We're going to start with the props. We'll go in reverse order here. So we'll start with our props, and then we'll get into the actual game picks. Paul, and we'll go in sort of reverse order of the standings. You can give us your prop first and pick it first. Then we'll all pick, and we'll make our way through that way. So, Paul, give us your random Super Bowl thing to pick here as we start things off.
Well, I always enjoy these. They're always kind of strange. There's one that I hadn't really heard of. I mean, I'm guessing it's been around for a long time, and it's a prop that has to do with really no football, but it's a prop that I kind of got a kick out of, and it goes something like this. You're going to see celebrities all over the place. For God's sakes, in California, in San Francisco, there's going to be celebrities everywhere in that football stadium. So here's the prop. The camera pans. It pans the box. It pans the field. It pans the sidelines. What's the first celebrity that will be shown up on the camera? The very first celebrity. Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg is a favorite. He's followed by Ben Affleck. He's followed by Matt Damon, John Cena, John Krasinski. Who is
John Krasinski?
Or is it
okay, so it's listing off. I don't know, who's Krasinski a fan of? Is he a Seahawks fan?
Well, he was in The Office.
No, I know who he is, but why is he on the list? Anybody know? The other guys
I
are all
think he's a
Patriots
Seahawks fan. I could be wrong, but I think that's right.
All right, the other guys are Patriots fans. Okay, all right. Let me let's think about this for a second.
So this is just if you get it right, you get a point. This is not a yes or no.
No, that's right. I don't mind that. I don't mind that for the bonus point. All right, Paul, you're up first.
Really easy. I'll go ahead and go first because this is really easy, and you guys can learn the lesson of what I'm about to teach, and that is Mark Wahlberg is first of all probably the most famous of those guys. But here's the thing: Mark Wahlberg can't do a part that doesn't have a Boston accent. He's got the Boston accent. He can't get rid of the Boston accent. There ain't a movie he's ever made that he hasn't shown his Boston accent. Because of that, because of the close ties with even the way he talks, Mark Wahlberg, without doubt, they're going to find the guy in the stadium. They're going to get a camera trained on Mark Wahlberg. Boom! Thank you very much. I win this bet.
All right, so then it comes to me because, man, Here's the challenge with this. What are the chances?
This is just going to be the entire segment. We'll finish up in the next.
What are the chances Matt Damon and what's his face Ben Affleck are on camera at the same time? Right?
Yeah, that's both get points. Both get points.
Is that a half point?
Both get points. Both get points if it's the same shot.
Both get. All right, then I'm taking Matt Damon. Give me Matt Damon. Brandon.
I'll take Mark Wahlberg. I have no idea. What are we doing?
DJ.
Can I pick Tom Brady?
No, he's not on the call. Yes.
Yeah,
I'll allow it.
Fair.
Yeah,
he's not on the call.
I'll allow it.
He's a celebrity.
He might be on the broadcast. That doesn't count.
No, he's not.
He's not on the broadcast.
It's NBC. They keep talking about him like he is. Sorry, it's an NBC.
They're not going to show. They're not going to show another guy.
All right, TJ, you're up. Give us your prop.
I want the national anthem over under 119 and a half seconds.
Who's
Charlie Puth? Charlie Puth.
All right, your first pick.
I'm first. Give me the over. Give me the over. Charlie Puth is gonna hold that last note. I'm taking the over.
Stretching that out, Brandon.
I'm taking the over just because I'm not gonna lose this thing on a anthem.
I think I got to take the over too. He seems like a note stretcher. I'm gonna take the over. Paul.
Who the hell's Charlie Puth?
He's pretty good. Exactly. Check him out. He can sing.
Okay.
He'll do a good job.
Well, this is their moment to shine. The world's watching them. Basically, everybody stretches this thing and gets all the camera time they can. It reminds me of people who try to get on the radio and stretch that stuff out as much as they can. Oh, wait a second, I didn't mean that. But anyway, I'm talking about myself. But anyway, I'll go over because these guys love the limelight, and this guy obviously needs some help with people who don't know who he is.
All right, that makes Tommy take the under.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't know who Charlie Puth is, Paul, wait till you see the halftime show. All right, Brandon, you're up with the next one.
Sam Darnold, longest completion under 35 and a half yards.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, man. You're first, Brandon. You got to go first. You got to pick your own prop.
And I think there's obviously firepower with JSN and Rashid Shaheed, who I think he might be the beneficiary of it. I'm going over 35 and a half.
That's a good one. 35. That's a big number. I think I have to go next here. Oh my goodness. This is a good one I'm going to take under. I think this game's low. I think this game's a little ugly. I'll take under. Does Vrabel have a little Belichick in him? Is he going to take away the and I like JSN numbers and props in this game, but is he going to focus laser in on JSN? Maybe that prevents the big play. I'll take the under, mostly because I need to make up a game on you guys. TJ?
I was going to take the under, but if you're taking it, I'm taking the over. I'll take the over as I like JSN to do that.
Yeah, I kind of like the over is better, but I do need to make up the ground. So I'll let this be the under. All right, Paul.
This game has the potential, and it has the potential. I'm not saying it will be, but it has the potential to be a snot knocker. This could be one of those games that's going to come right down to physicality, and physicality is going to win this football game. I will take the under because, guys, I think this is going to be a bruising football game. I really do.
That means Tommy takes the over on that prop. So that gets us through the props. Tommy didn't give us a prop. So now we get to the nitty gritty. So we have the three props. We got the anthem, the first celebrity signing, and the over under on Sam Darnold completion.
Are you not picking one?
I can if you want me to. I wasn't going
if you're not,
to.
Okay.
Well, the problem was I was going to leave it that way at 6, and then Tommy didn't pick one. And so it kind of screwed that up because we've been picking a lot of 6 games. Let me get you one here real quick. Let's go
Gatorade color.
Oh man.
That's that prop. How about this? How about the first famous building or landmark that
Paul,
No.
Paul, do you watch the football game?
Oh, no, I'm a
Do you ever watch a football game? This is making a lot more sense listening to Paul talk on the radio.
Let's go. You know what? Let's go to the Patriots side, right? Let's go to the Patriots side, and let me pull a number unless anybody knows it off the top of their head. Does anybody know the Drake May rushing prop?
Yeah. Yards or attempts?
Yards.
Oh,
We're gonna take the Drake May rushing prop.
I got it. Rushing props. Drake May, 40.
Okay, so 40 yards. We'll call it 40 and a half because we don't want ties. 40 and a half. 40 and a half Drake May rushing yards will be my prop. That is a big number, and I'm taking the over. Give me the over. I'll take Drake May. I think this may be another opportunity for me to get a game back. So the Drake May rushing prop, 40 and a half. Give me the over. Paul.
Under.
Okay. TJ?
Oh, man, I don't really know because I don't think he's going to go over it, but I also feel like I should hedge my bets here and get one game on Jacob and one game on Brandon and just hope that it plays out my way. But I think I'm just going to go full Jacob fade, and I'll take the under. And if Brandon wins, then I'll just sleep with that.
All right. So you're going which one?
Under.
Brandon?
I'm on the over. I like Drake May using his legs in this game.
Okay. All right. So there is the extra prop. Now we go to the game. We'll start with over under in the game. The game total is at 45 and a half. Paul, you're back around to lead things off here. 45 and a half. What do you think?
I think that's just about right. That's what I think. That's what makes this very, very difficult. I think it's a good number. I think it's a fair number and difficult to pick. But you want to know something? I think maybe if these guys get on a little bit of a roll, it could go over that. I think I'll go over. There are some weapons on this field that are pretty darn good, considering the fact they're in the Super Bowl even. But, I mean, I think I'll just go over. I think maybe to a little bit of a certain extent, there's going to be some times when somebody's going to score a few touchdowns. I'm going over. I got to.
All right, there's the over for Paul. Now, I'm going to make a vow to everybody right now that I won't alter my picks based on the standings of this. I will take the under. I think the game is ugly. I think that's right where both teams are comfortable with this game being. I don't think either team minds a slugfest like that, so I'm going to take the under 45 and a half. Brandon?
I'm going to take the over. I really like Seattle's offense. I think they're going to be able to move the ball. And I think the Patriots, we haven't seen it in the playoff, but we know it's in there. So I'm going to take the over.
All right, there's the over. TJ.
I agree with what he said. I think that the Seahawks offense is too good to just ignore the fact that even though the Patriots defense is good, that they are going to play well in this game. I think that they'll come out, punch first, probably get a passing attempt longer than 35 and a half yards on the first drive of the game and just get the over going from there.
Yeah, that was the one. That was my strategy pick. We'll see how that plays out, but I do like the under, which kind of leads in with it. All right. Now we go to the game itself. This line has not moved an inch. It's been 4.5 from the get-go. It has stayed at 4.5. It's a pretty fascinating number. We've talked about this week the history of the favored team is not good. 4 times only since 2008 has the favorite covered the number. It's been very heavily skewed historically to the underdog. Is that enough, TJ, for you to take the Patriots in this game?
Man, I was full go Seahawks and not a Patriots believer at all, but just the history of the Super Bowl is enough to make me change my mind on this. Like, I think it'll be a close game, if nothing else. Like, also, I can't believe that the Chiefs are underdogs in all those years that the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. That's
no, they just didn't cover the number. They weren't necessarily the underdog.
They were in the last
Eagles, the last one. Yes, they were under.
Correct. Yes, exactly. So, I mean, that's enough to show me. I thought the Chiefs were going to win that game, so I think I should just go with the underdog in the Super Bowl. I don't think that the Patriots are going to win, but I think that they can cover 4.5. It feels too big.
TJ wants the points. What does Brandon want?
I want the points as well. I was on Seahawks all week long, and just something in me, and I see Jacob's face because now he thinks that he's going to have to pick the under and the Seahawks. No, I do like the Patriots in this game. I think they have a valid case to come out and win. Stephon Diggs, Hunter Henry, the running backs. I like Drake May. He's going to be a little motivated by not getting that MVP, as if you're not motivated already enough in the Super Bowl. But I like the Patriots.
I'm sticking with my gut. I've got money on the Seahawks. I'm going to stick with the Seahawks. I do think I'm with you. Like, it's not so much like if I'm betting the Patriots, it's not the money line. It's covering the number. Seattle's interesting. I like Ken Walker, but nobody runs on the Patriots. It's all on Darnold, man. It is all on Sam Darnold. I I think, Brandon, there may be just a little bit of you're not going to be able to live with yourself if Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl this year.
I'm a much bigger man than that, Jacob.
Yeah, I
Come
think
on.
I think that
You're
might
exactly
be in there just a little bit. I'm gonna stick with my gut. I'm gonna stop overthinking it. I'm gonna take the Seahawks, and I'll give you the honest main reason, because my 6-year-old son picked the Seahawks. He's been asking me every day. He's on the Seahawks. I'm on the Seahawks. Right?
Is he on the Seahawks spread or money line?
I didn't ask him about 4.5.
I was just kidding.
Hey, after the show, whenever he gets home from school today, can you ask him who the first celebrity to be shown on camera is?
Yeah, there you go.
The only one of that list they do know is John Cena. They watched last year's Royal Rumble when he turned into a bad guy. They were fascinated with that. I wanted to go see him just for that reason. All right, Paul, finish this up.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I think the Seahawks have an excellent chance of winning this game in an even covered, and under normal circumstances, I think I would go ahead and take the Seahawks. However, I have a personal interest in this game. One of my young men that I've coached is playing for the Patriots, Jeremiah Farms. I know you guys know who he is. I coached him, and the first day he showed up and we started coaching together. He and I was coaching him, obviously. I could see that there's potential in this kid. This kid's got some ups and ready to go. And we worked on things like explosion and second steps and all the things that he would need. And we get together every off season. Sometimes we go to a restaurant and we'll sit and chit chat and have a lot of fun. I've got a personal interest in this game. I don't know in my entire life I've ever had a personal interest in a game, but I have one in this. And for that reason, I'm taking the Patriots. Let's go, Jeremiah Farms. Let's have a good showing and let's play hard and come home to Wichita, if you don't mind, with a Super Bowl ring.
I love it. That's just such a fun and great story that just in general, that he's made it to the NFL and 12 News Connected, where a lot of you are watching. If you want to see a conversation with him kind of about not listening to people saying it's probably time to hang it up, you can go find that right now on 12 News Connected.
By the way, it's a real interesting thing that when you see potential, it jumps out. I mean, it sticks out like it's something on a wall you can't avoid looking at. And that's what real talent is. And I could see that from the first day he was on a football field with me. And I'm so proud of him. And he's a good guy. Husband, father, 4 kids, lives here in town.
He's gonna find his way onto the field. He's gonna find a way on the field for that final drive, get a game-winning sack, and look up and say, "That was for Paul Savage."
Let's go,
boy. Let's go, Jeremiah.
That's for the big man. I know he didn't win the picks contest this year, so we're gonna do it for Paul. All right, we're coming back. Paul will stick around. Brandon, thanks for the picks. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how this thing shakes out. There'll be movement. Can't wait.
Don't do it to me, Sam Darnold, please.
He's going to make Brandon have nightmares for the next decade. We're coming right back.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
83101 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems
Why are they hiding it?
and real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea.
With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Sports Daily is on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody, to Sports Daily. Glad to be here. You want to win some HTO? Now is your chance. Right now, you can text the keyword T to the short code 20357 and stop by HTO in East or West Wichita or in Derby and grab a free iced tea on us here. More than 25 flavors to choose from. Good luck. You can enter once per day. Message and data rates apply. Yes, Paul.
And don't forget your bottled water. Jacob, you know how much I enjoy your bottled water. I really, and I mean that sincerely.
Best
I just
water
want
in
to make
town.
sure
If
I just
you
want
can
to make
see
sure everybody.
the equipment we have to filter that water, it's insane. But yeah,
There you go.
it is really
I just
good
wanted
stuff.
to point that out if you don't mind.
I do have a question for you, Paul.
Sure.
How much do you love honkers?
I'll tell you what. I'm not sure. Honkers is going to be one of my favorite deals. I think the honkers is going to be entertaining, but come on now.
I thought you'd be a big fan. I'm surprised.
You know, can't we come up with something better than?
I'm surprised by that,
honkers?
Paul Savage. I thought you were a honker guy. But
Well,
listen, to each his own. I guess.
I'm a leg in. Oh, never mind.
Yes, there it is. I was just waiting. I was just waiting for us to push the lines of.
I got something, Jacob. I want to talk about this one with Paul Savage because he'll be good at talking about this one. Did you see Cincinnati last night, Jacob? Sorry to pivot the show
Yes,
here. Did
Wes,
you see what,
Wes Miller? Yes.
Yes. So Wes Miller, Cincinnati is basically in the basement of the Big 12 right there with K-State. Wes Miller, after the game last night, got on the coach's show after post-game, whatever, and was literally moved to tears apologizing to the fan base about how frustrated he is and how they should be so mad at him because it's not in a spot where it should be, and sat there and apologized. And then after the game, somebody got a video of him walking up to fans and apologizing to the fans about how bad the team is right now, and then got in the press conference and was moved to tears about how he's going to show up and keep fighting because they want to get this thing right. And then you look at Kansas State, and Jerome Tang said, I'm not disappointed. I'm proud of the way they played in the second half. I don't need to apologize to anybody, basically. And it's just a lot different. Paul Savage, you've coached. What do you think?
Yeah, there's a lot of emotions that you're talking about, and emotions are so tough because sometimes you can't control them. But you know, things like that, like particularly going on with Cincinnati, people see it, but a lot of that stuff is involved inside the locker room, inside these kids' heads. You don't need to publicize it. And I'll tell you what, I think it's a little bit anti helping of the team when you start apologizing and making excuses to the public. Kids don't want to see that. I want solutions. I don't want apologies. Figure out things that we need to do, and that's where I'm at. I think the Cincinnati coach is way out of line to do that. Maybe he thinks it's going to buy him time, or it's going to buy gracious thoughts from the public and the fan base. I don't know, but man, oh man, I wouldn't do it that way.
It's an interesting point, Savage, and Tang did the opposite. He basically said, "I don't owe you anything. I'm not disappointed."
The real paradox about the situation is that K-State fans are real upset about the way Tang handled it.
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati fans are real upset about the way Cincinnati. And I think it boils down to if your team's bad, you're just not going to like your coach. But it's kind of lose if you do, lose if you don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it makes it hard to rally around. And you guys have probably been on good teams. You've probably, through your high school and college career, whatever it might be, good teams, bad teams. But I'll guarantee you, most good coaches will say, guys, this is all behind closed doors. We're going to fix this thing. We're going to fix it ourselves. We're going to keep this out of the public. This is family. We're talking about family. I'm your football family. I'm your basketball family. I'm your baseball family, whatever the case may be. This stays right here, man. We fix it right here. We fix it with the guys in this room. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's the professional way to handle it. And I think that's the way most kids want it to be handled, not out in the public and apologizing. For guys' sakes, how well does it work for you married guys when you have to apologize to your wife? Doesn't work very good, does it?
Look, I get what you're saying, that Tang's you're and it's almost you're with what Tang said, which is I don't really care about anything but those guys in that locker room right now.
That's it. And I'm
which is interesting.
Tang is
and
right. I like Tang. I like Tang's way he's doing this. It's our business, man. What goes on behind closed doors is none of their business. I don't care if they pay for tickets or not. What goes on behind our team doors stays with this team. I owe you guys.
I think it's hard to toe that line and then do the Wabat with fans after you beat Utah and pull out a couch and do videos about how you want to listen to the students, and it's hard to be
at the end of the day, regardless of who Jerome Tang is he is a fan favorite when they're winning basketball games. But at the end of the day, Paul, the argument here is the fact that those fans are the ones that are coming to the games, and the fans are the ones that are making the money, and the fans are the ones that are, evidently paying your salary. Like, do you owe anything to the fans if you're terrible? Like, do you have to tell them, we're going to and he said, we're going to get it figured out, but it's definitely not apathetic. Is that the right word to use there? That Wes Miller.
But he's not apathetic. But no, he doesn't own,
he's not
owe the
apathetic.
fans a thing, DJ. Not a thing. You know what he owes everything to his kids. He owes everything to the parents of these kids. That's who he owes his time, attention, his work ethic, his blood, sweat, and tears. He owes it to those kids, DJ. He owes nothing to that guy up on the 14th row in Section A. Nothing.
Yeah, it's I think he does. I think he does owe it to him because they were the ones beating down Gene Taylor's doors to make sure he got the extension that he got. Right. That's been the hard thing about it for me. The exact same group of people that are now advocating that he shouldn't have his job are the same group of people that advocated that President Linton shouldn't have a job, or when that whole controversy was happening, or Gene Taylor can't get it. Like all the same people were advocating this horrible contract they can't get out from underneath of. So
to Paul's point here is that there is something to be said about, and you just kind of said it in that one sentence there, Jacob, is that in the 4 years that I've been covering the team, K-State fans have wanted Richard Linton fired, Gene Taylor fired, Jerome Tang fired, and Chris Kleiman fired. Right. Like everybody's going to be unhappy no matter if things aren't going their way, they're going to be unhappy and they're going to call for things to happen. And so I think that what Wes Miller did, I think that, I respect the way that you handle that situation to just say like, guys, this sucks. And I know it sucks. And I'm sorry. Like we're trying. And that's kind of what he was doing. It may have been a little much for Cincinnati fans' tastes, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a Cincinnati fan, but to Paul's point, like if you do that or not, they're not going to like you. So
they're not going to respect you.
Well, it doesn't matter. You win games and they don't care.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you were winning, if Jerome Tang was 20, they were 20-0 right now, and he went in the press conference and spewed a bunch of crap about how much he hates college kids, they'd still love him. They're 20-0.
Yeah, well, or you can win 20 games and tell your mama jokes to every fan in the stands. Exactly. Like, that's awesome. That's great.
Exactly.
Cool. Like we're winning.
Do it when you're losing.
Right. It doesn't really matter. The end of the day, they got to win games. The reality of the situation is that they aren't going, I don't think, going to be able to do anything with his contract. So you got to just sort of brace for it. This year's going to be a long finish, and you hope that they can start over and find the right mix next year.
And of course, everybody's excuse is NIL. I mean, come on, that's what everybody's using nowadays.
He's tried that excuse. He's tried several excuses over the last couple of years. Yeah. But K-State has not been deficient in NIL. They have gotten some top portal players every single year. The excuse this year was, we didn't know he could go get G League players, I guess. Maybe it's just like it's all tired. Like go win games. And I hope he does. Because I think he's a good person that's good for the sport and good for young people. All right, let's speaking of college basketball, let's jump to this weekend's game. Saturday. I don't need to spend a ton of time with K-State TCU. It's a game K-State could win if they play their best, but they haven't done that in a long time. Utah, Kansas, though. I mean, I want to call it a trap game. I want to do all that. Utah's just not very good, though.
Now, come on, Jacob. You're better than that.
They're at home, Paul. Like, they're at home. They're like, I don't know. It's not a trap game. Is this a trap game?
No.
Utah's 1-8 in the league. They're 9-13 this year. KU's at home. This isn't a trap game. It's just a game they got to play.
Right. There you go. Now you're right. You got it.
Am I wrong on that, TJ? Like, there's not any danger here.
No, I don't think there is. I think that you're right in the fact that it's, they're going to be favored by, I think Ken Palm had it at like 20. I don't know if the lines come out yet on what it is.
I don't know if it's 20. I was going to guess like 14.
It's going to be double digits. It'll be close to 15 at least, something like that. But I agree. But again, it's the Big 12. They lost to Utah last year, but it wasn't an Allen Fieldhouse last year. I think that it's one that they do. They take care of business in, and we should be talking about what's that? 7 straight wins, right? That'd be 7 going into Arizona, number 1 team in the country. That's something. I mean, it's not insignificant to say that you're playing a team while you're thinking about number 1 team in the country coming in on a 2 days rest. But I also think that at the end of the day, they could also just not. I'm not going to say all this because it's going to be a jinx. But at the end of the day, they could probably just not practice, not game plan, and go out and just out talent Utah.
Yeah, but let me play devil's advocate because maybe there's some thought towards Arizona. You got them, 2 days? You said 2 or 3 days?
Well, that's where trap game comes from, but I just don't see the trap. I mean, the difficulty comes when you play Arizona because you don't have the rest. But Arizona doesn't either, by the way, and Arizona has to travel, so that's not an excuse either because they have to also play on Monday. I think it's fine. I think the thing that I'll watch is certainly Darren Peterson. Can he play the full game? Can they put things in cruise control early? If they can, do they rest him? If they're up big, do you rest him?
Yeah.
Or is that even do any good with the cramps? Do you just let him go? That's kind of it for me. Like what I'm paying attention to. Maybe it's a chance for some of these other guys. Maybe they can stretch out, get Cole Rosario and Jaden Dawson some minutes, but I don't think there's much there. Shockers on Sunday at Tulane. Now, this one, I think we got to be a little more careful with probably because it's a road game, and we have seen Wichita State, TJ, lose games that they have no business losing this year. So this is one I think that more in line of like, hold your breath just a little bit until you see that Wichita State's going to get it done.
I agree. It's tough to go on the road. I mean, like we keep talking about, is that it's Big 12 junior. You know, it's not insignificant to travel from Wichita to New Orleans to play a game on Super Bowl Sunday. If you want to even make a thing about that, it could be a thing. And they'll never say that, but it's something that's going on that day. And Tulane's a team that they've had troubles with in the past. This isn't as good as the Tulane teams that they've had in the past. There's no Kevin Cross this year, who, by the way, now is caught up in a sports betting allegation. But tough place to go get a win.
Tulane just went to Memphis and won, by the way, for the record,
and
they beat FAU at home already.
There's not even a point of trying to predict American basketball games so far.
That's right. So that one is the one where it's like, all right, Wichita State, you need to hold court here and go win on the road. All right, we're coming right back. We'll wrap up Sports Daily. Don't go away.